So yesterday I decided to be preemptive and to go ahead and schedule my psychological evaluation for bariatric surgery. So I reached out to a therapist I had seen previously and double checked with insurance. I'm in kind of a funky time wise position where my insurance changes January 1st and it's December 8th as I'm pursuing bariatric surgery. It would be awesome if I could have bariatric surgery this month because I've already paid my copay and have hit my out of pocket max for the year and all of those wonderful things. I don't know how realistic that is. I probably won't know until Monday when I meet the surgeon, but I decided if I had any shot at that, I should go ahead and do the next step in the process. So on Thursday, I called my therapist I saw before, who didn't answer and has yet to return my phone call, which is honestly okay because I'm not sure that she was in my insurance network anyway. So I reached out to a friend who has a therapist that was able to get me in today. So I already have my psych evaluation done. It was pretty easy. I had to demonstrate three things. One is that I was prepared for surgery. Two is that I had the coping skills needed to make a major lifestyle change. And three, that I have a support network in place. I definitely feel prepared. I have read so much. I'm such a nerd about reading and learning and feel like I really understand the risks and complications and know it's going to be challenging and know it's not going to solve problems overnight. Um, I fully expect people to give some pushback and people to be challenging. I expect to have some buyer's remorse. I expect to wonder what the heck I've done. Um, but I also expect to see a lot of really positive things from it. And in this case, I think the pros outweigh the cons, which is why I'm filming this video. As far as a support network, I don't have family in state. I do have some really good friends, but most of them are busy. And in March of this past year, I moved. I made a pretty big move. So I don't have a ton of friends that live close to me. I do live really close to where I work, which is convenient, but as far as like arranging a ride to and from surgery, I don't have that kind of stuff figured out yet, which is okay until I know when I'm actually having surgery. And I don't know about what my care is going to look like when I come home. I've read a lot, and a lot of people do it on their own. So we'll see. I'm pretty independent, and it wouldn't be beyond me to try to do something like that alone. So that may be my plan. The third thing being, am I able to cope with major changes? The doctor asked me if I had thought about how permanent this was. I think one of the great things about going through infertility in my case is that I had gone in for just a really simple laparoscopic procedure, and it didn't go as simple as they thought it would. And when I left, I ended up with quite a bit of scar tissue that grew as I was healing, and so my tubes are completely blocked, which means I can't make a baby on my own. So really had to grieve that process and grieve that dream and understand that that's forever. That's for the rest of my life. I'm not a good candidate to obviously go back in and do surgery on an area where there's already scar tissue from a similar previous surgery. So have really had to deal with what forever looks like and permanent, and really come to terms with permanent changes with my body. So I think that in some weird ways, gastric bypass is going to be a similar process for me to grieve, some of the things that I used to really enjoy, like going out to eat at happy hour and not really caring if what I ordered, having complete control over what I put in my mouth and not having to think about how much fat it necessarily has or how much sugar or anything like that. And I expect with dumping syndrome that a lot of people experience after gastric bypass that those are things I'm going to have to really consider, not to mention the fact I'm going to be eating such little amounts of food. So it's just going to change a lot of social situations. But I think they're welcome changes, and I think they're necessary. So I feel pretty good about that. All of that being said, at the end of it, he did say he was going to write a letter. I should have that in the next 1 to 2 days, which is perfect because it's Friday night and he's open like Wednesday through Sundays. So if I get that in the next couple of days and my appointment is on Monday morning, I should be good to go. So what I expect the doctor's office to want me to do is their nutrition class, and I am secretly hoping, fingers crossed, that they let me do some other version of that because they only offer it once a month. I could be really overly optimistic right now. But I feel like things are really lining up, and I also found out today I have a couple days of PTO that I'm going to need to use or lose before the end of the year. So that would be ideal, and then I have 9 days I'm carrying forward on top of the 18 days I get. So I should be really good for surgery as far as having time off. It would just be great if I could do it this year. So I'm excited for Monday, and we will see what the future holds. Take care. Bye.